I got started by my older brother. He had brought home a acoustic guitar, and when he go to work, I would pick it up and start feeling around with it. And when he get off work, we had to put it up and shine it up like didn't nobody touch it.
Okay. But then where would you guys play?
Coming up, I actually I was playing. I was just playing at home, and then with my brother, we was backing up talent shows in Columbus. And I had a good friend named Mike, and he was in the group with Spec and KB first. It was like mid-'80s. So Mike, I think quit the group, and he was ventured off to different field, and he introduced me. He like, yo man, I got a good friend that I go to school with named Mucho. He played bass, so I wanted y'all to hear him. And I went audition for him, and then they liked me and joined the group. But it wasn't Basic Black then. They changed the name. We changed the Basic Black, I think, after a month or two after I got in. It was like some names in a hat. And I actually think the guy that came up with that name was Antoine Payton. Okay. I think he dropped Basic Black in the hat, and then somebody pulled the name Basic Black, and I'm like, hey, so it stuck with everybody. So we were Basic Black in the hometown. We were playing at clubs down in Columbus.
So, but because back in those days, just if I'm not mistaken, because this is before Dezo came in, were you guys just more of a band like Earth, Wind & Fire, or did you have a lead singer? Were you guys singing?
Yeah, we had a lead singer named Terrence Murphy, T. Murphy.
Okay.
He was the lead singer. And yeah, we had like a 5-6 piece band, lead singer and everything.
Did you have at that point? Did you have a sort of a vision of we want to be like Kool and the Gang, Earth, Wind & Fire, Atlantic Star, or what were you? What were you looking?
It was kind of a split between the Minneapolis sound with Prince and the time, and I was the big deal fan, Babyface fan.
Okay.
So it was kind of a split. So when we actually joined together to do original music, it would sound like Minneapolis and Babyface.
Okay. And so then, how far did you think you were going to get to? Did you think you'd actually make it, or what was the plan? Was it like just for fun?
Yeah, I always thought we would eventually get a deal. But sometimes when you move one step forward, you get knocked 2 steps back. So but every now and then there was some doubt. But then I always thought like I got to get back in it. And I kept pushing forward. But I always had a feeling that one day I would be on some major label.
Okay. So then, I heard a story about how, you guys go down to New York and meet up with Gene and Today and stuff like that. For you, what was it like when you moved to New York? Because you're from Georgia. What was that?
It was like moving to Mars, man. Cause we some country boys, and we moved all the way up to New York City. Like we passed Atlanta and DC, Philly, and all the way up to New York. And when we got to New York City, man, it was like moving to a different planet. Like, everything was fast up there.
But was it intimidating, or what? Did you appreciate it, or was it hard?
Oh no, it wasn't intimidating. It was just it was just exciting. I was just taking everything in, like the sounds and the visuals, the big buildings and the sounds of the city. So it wasn't intimidating because we were lost in the height of being in New York City.
Yeah.
So we probably was in danger, but we didn't realize. We were just looking up. We were just in awe, man, just looking up at big buildings and listening to the different cultures that was in New York City, and crimes right in front of our eyes. We seeing guys getting mugged, and we looking at it taking pictures. So it was crazy.
Then you finally meet up with Today, Big Bob, Gene, and Teddy. By this time, had Guy come out with Groove Me and everything? By the time you met Teddy and them?
Yeah. When I don't know if they told you, but we opened up for Teddy, Guy, and I think Rod Bass when they came to our hometown.
Okay.
And you know how we got to open up for that concert. It was a promoter down in our hometown, and like I said, we used to play behind talent shows. So you know, he said, you know, I can't afford the full price to pay y'all, but if y'all back the talent show, you know, I'll let y'all open up for the Guy concert. And we were like, yeah, we took that. We probably would have did it for no money. So when we opened up, you know, the concert, we did our cover song. We did we tried to do everything that Teddy produced, but not on Guy. So we did My Prerogative and you know, some others Just Got Paid.
Okay.
You know, so we couldn't perform Guy Today because they was there. So when we did My Prerogative, we started seeing heads peek out from behind the backstage, and then you know, we saw Teddy head. Then we saw Gene come peek out. Then we saw Today. You know, so once we did that, we got off stage and they were like, man, like y'all the first group we heard that actually sound like the song.
Wow.
You know, Gene pulled up. He's like, yeah, man, I might want y'all to come to New York and play behind Today, you know, because everybody had a band except for Today. Today was doing tracks on the show.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, once we heard that, man, we just got anxious and we followed the tour bus, I think, for about 5 or 6 cities.
Wow.
So the band got to know us, Abe Fogle, Bernard Bell, Dinky Bingham, you know, even Aaron Hall, Damien, you know, every time they see us, oh, what's up? They'll call us country bumpkins. They would pull us on the tour bus, man. They welcome us in, man, especially Abe, man. You know, when we went to New York, you know, Abe let us stay downstairs, you know, till we got situated. And that was a Guy drummer.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, and I've seen him I've seen your whole show playing and stuff.
Yeah.
But then, what? When you guys were playing, did what was it like watching Guy perform after you played your stuff?
It was like watching a machine, man. Like when that first note hit, it was like breathtaking. You know, cause we seen concerts come down there. We'll see Roger and Gap. Roger and Gap would come down there like 3 times a year.
Okay.
You know, but you know, when Guy came down there with the electronic, it was something different. And you know, from there, you know, we just, you know, we were straight New Jack, so we forgot all about Minneapolis and the Babyface sound.
Wow.
We were straight New Jack after that.
So then, for you guys as musicians, and seeing Teddy and seeing, I'm sure you would have known he had done Kumo D, the Keith Sweat album, and all that stuff. Did you then say we need to learn from him when you got to New York, or was that opportunity afforded to you?
Yeah, most definitely. What happened was we let Gene, after the show, we knew where Gene's mom stayed, so he told us to meet him over his mom's house. So you know, he let us hear My Fantasy before it came out, like a rough mix of My Fantasy. We got our own thing by Heavy D. And like, man, he like, y'all got something, but I want y'all to listen to this. So he like, this is where the sound going. So he played that for us, and you know, and after that, you know, we went and revamped our demo, and we went to New York right after that. After we followed Guy around for like 5 cities, then they took a break, and so we drove to New York on that break. And
was it because I've seen different stories, because I saw Gene in an interview saying that he told you guys to come and meet him at his mom's house, and then he brought you, because somebody asked him, how did you discover Basic Blacks? Oh yeah, I invited them over to my mom's place to sign them up. But then I also heard that you guys got to New York and he was surprised to see you guys, but gave you guys an opportunity.
Yeah, actually, we got to New York on the weekend, and Gene called Spec's mom house looking for us.
Oh.
And so, you know, I don't think anybody we didn't, you know, we didn't have a cell phone back in like 89, 88, 89. So Spec called home and his mom said, "Where y'all at?" He was saying, "Hold on, baby." He was saying, "We up in New York." And she said, "Well, Gene Griffin is calling down here looking for y'all." And we were right outside the office building. We had his address to the office on Fifth Avenue. And we were like, we stand on the payphone, you know, outside the office building. And it was on the weekend. So she called, when Gene Griffin called back, she told him where we were. And he said, "Stay right there. You know, he on his way." So it was on the weekend when he met us.
Wow.
So, you know, we met him at the payphone, and we followed him to a Best Western. He put us up in a Best Western.
Wow.
And he told us that he just fired the band for today. So he just fired him. He said, "But we keeping one guy." He said, "If y'all don't want him, I send him home." So we listened to him, and, you know, we decided to keep him. Ray Watkins.
Okay. And what did Ray play?
Ray played keyboards.
So then, okay, so what was so I know KB was on the drums. What was Spec on?
Spec keyboard.
Okay. And then you were bass.
Bass, yeah. Then we had another keyboard. We had a female keyboard player that came up with Basie Black.
Okay, yes, she's a doctor now, the one that drove you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, you guys were like a band, but you didn't think about, what about your lead singer at this point?
Well, we didn't have a lead singer at the time, and I think Sprag was with us, Sprag Doogie. I think he followed you too. He's with us too. So actually, Sprag was doing production with us, and at the time we was gonna put Lucretia out front. Lucretia, the female out front as lead vocal, and you know, we ran that idea by Gene. He's like, "No, man." He said, "I got somebody for y'all." So we went at one of Gary rehearsals. We met the drum tech, and it was Dezo.
Oh, Dezo was a drum tech.
Dezo to say, yeah, he was guy drum tech.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know why they didn't tell y'all. I don't know why they didn't tell you the whole story, but
no, because I think because the interview was mainly about the group and where they are. So you know, and I guess okay, I didn't know Dezo was a drum tech. Okay.
Yeah, Dezo was the drum tech for Guy, and when Gene introduced him to us, he asked him to sing something, and first note came out of his mouth, man, it was like ear piercing.
Yeah.
And we were like, wow. He was like, "Yeah, man." That was Gene. "Yeah, man, I told you." So from that point on, we had to figure out a way to tell the female that we was changing directions with the group, you know. But it kind of worked out. I don't think we, you know.
Yeah. Because when I look at the videos, I always wonder how come, unlike other groups, that you guys weren't all singing. And so now you explain that you guys were the musicians, and then and you had one lead singer who. So it kind of makes. I was keep watching, thinking, "Oh, I wonder why they went."
In the group, Kelvin, like he's a drummer. Myself, I sing not lead, but I sing a little background. But my main thing was learning from Teddy. You know, Teddy, he does the voice box, the actual talk box now.
Yeah.
But back then, I did the vocoder. So on the songs like Whatever It Takes, I'll do. That's me on the vocoder. Okay. So I would sing all the backgrounds with the vocoder. Even now, live, even though they sing live, I still do the backgrounds with the vocoder. Okay. That was my role in the whole situation. So, but now we have two great singers. Yeah. You know, and Durpree and Big Sean, man. So we a powerhouse, baby.
Yeah.